welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, I am doing something different, and for the first time on my channel. I've been getting so many questions about what type of binders and what type of sleeves do I use and stuff like that. I realized I've never actually told you guys like an in brief video of what I use for my collection. So for today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing is I'm going to talk about my binders. So the first binder I have in front of me is the one that I use for my boy groups, girl groups, and twice. So this is from Walmart. I'm going to leave the link below. Now, a quick disclaimer, these binders do not go above 2 inches. It's the only reason why I don't have them for any of my BTS collection, because I use 3-inch binders, so I do have to get those from a different place. Everything the same. It is circle instead of a square. It has this little side where you can put labels on it if you want to, and it's very easy to remove. You just push it up. For here, it just opens this way and it closes the same. Now moving on to the BTS one. So this one is clearly bigger as it's hard to get it all completely on camera. I get these from Staples. They're exactly the same as the Walmart one. The only difference is obviously they're a 3-inch, so they're bigger. They have these rubber edges all over the binder. Now because these are 3-inch, they are more expensive, so I'm going to leave the link for the overall 1-inch binders. So if you want, you can check out the different prices, you can check out the different sizes and so on. They do come in multiple colors. The Walmart ones only come in white and black. So far, those are the only ones that I've seen. That's it for my binders. I'm going to move on to the pocket pages that I use. So starting off first with my one pocket pages, as you can see, there are 2 different types of pages. One is clearly more bigger than the other one. If I put them like this, there is this amount of space. Reason is because these sleeves come from the eBay seller. I'm going to leave the link and I'm just going to title it eBay seller because they have so many different sizes, so I usually just get the sizes that I need from that same seller. Problem is the seller is usually always out of stock because now most collectors only use sleeves from them. They are more sturdy than these right here. I found this set on Walmart. You can also actually find these at the dollar store. They come in a set of either 150 or 25. They're not as sturdy as these because these are actually made for collection, while on the other hand these are actually used for like office and school. But these were the ones that I found out first. They were working for me up until my DVD binder, because as you know, BTS has summer package books. So whenever I had like my summer package pages like this and I would put the books on top, pressure of the books would actually cause the sleeves to do the 2-page outline of the book. Thankfully my postcards inside did not get damaged, but the sleeves started having the creases of the books on them, so I was like, that's not gonna work, which is why I changed to these. And so far I have not seen any damages inside my binder. So I'm not saying they don't work. They work perfectly fine. You guys even see me using them in my videos as dividers for my different groups, so there's nothing wrong with them. I just prefer having something more sturdy. Moving on to the 2 pocket pages. So these are the ones again from the same eBay seller. These are the bigger ones. You guys probably seen the Ultra Pro and BCW ones. I do have those to show, but I'm going to talk about these first. These are the horizontal one. As you can see, I use them for my London bookmarks. These are probably the Sao Paulo ones. Reason being is because I prefer having them facing this way when I open my binder rather than facing that way. Here are the BCW ones and the Ultra Pro, and here are the other ones from the eBay seller that I buy. Clearly bigger. I use these for like postcards and everything, and I use these for smaller items so that they don't move around as much. Now moving on to the 3 pocket pages. So this is the horizontal one, so you guys have seen me use these for my SLA photocards, and then these are the other ones. Not really sure what you call them, but I use mostly for postcards as they're bigger to fit rather than using the 4 pocket pages, because I did use the 4 pocket pages before, but problem was pages would stick out here and they'd end up getting damaged. I'd rather have one postcard sideways than having it up the right way and getting damaged. Moving on to the 4 pocket pages, you can tell that I am using 2 different types of brands. I have the BCW for right here and I have the Ultra Pro right here. Reason is because the Ultra Pro, for some reason, they like to have their 4 pocket pages smaller and have this divided line to where you cannot fit anything in there, while on the other hand BCW doesn't have that, so they actually give you all the space that you need for your photo card. I bought these the first time when I started collecting. It fit the HYYH and it clearly fits the Young Forever, but it did not fit the Wings photo card, which is why then I had to go back and buy BCW. If you're new to collecting and you want to save money, I recommend just going straight straight with the BCW one because they are bigger and they will fit more items than the Ultra Pro ones. Again, I'll leave the link for both of them. This one will be smaller in the description and this one will be bigger so you guys don't get them confused. Moving on to the 8 pocket pages. There are 6 pocket, but I actually do not have any of those, so I'm just jumping right into the 8 pocket. I actually do have the Ultra Pro, or is it BCW? I can't remember, but I don't use those anymore. Reason being is because whenever I put my photo cards inside, you can even go back and look at my first sorting photo card videos whenever I would start collecting mini toy photo cards. They fit. I'm not gonna lie, they do fit. Problem is that they're too tight. So whenever I would put a photo card inside the sleeve, take one of my DVDs and put it on top to press it down, because the photo card would actually end up bending inside the sleeve. So I just couldn't take it anymore. My last straw was when I damaged one of my photo cards trying to push it in. I accidentally bent it right here, so now it has like a crease on there. Thankfully, it's a duplicate, so I don't actually have it inside my binder. I wasn't going to keep struggling with that, so I decided to buy these. Again, they're from the eBay seller. They are an A4, which is why they are bigger than the Ultra Pro ones. So the photo cards actually just slide in perfectly with a lot of room to move around. So these are the last pocket pages that I use. These are the 9 pocket, the most common pages that as a collector you will use. Regular album photo cards from like most K-pop groups fit in these pages. If you are starting to collect, or even if you don't want to collect and just want to store your photo cards in a place, I recommend going with these pages. You can get the BCW ones, you can get the Ultra Pro ones, or you can get these, which are from the brand Herka, if I pronounce it correctly. Reason why I love this brand so much is because you see how my camera picks up the photo card nicely. There's not an actual like big glare on them and they're not foggy. The pages actually stayed the same since I buy them. I had Ultra Pro before and I kept having the problem of, since I put my sleeves upside down, like the opening is right here, it does sometimes create a bubble on the Ultra Pro ones. When I would slide it down, there'd be a bubble, so I'd have to like press it. I don't have to do that with these. Like it automatically slides in perfectly fine. Probably just these, as these 3 are smaller than these 6, but it's not really a lot of hard work. But the other ones, I did have a problem. The sleeves over time started getting cloudy and foggy to where my photo card didn't look right. Sometimes even when you buy the sleeves and you take them out of the package, they come foggy already, and I just didn't like that. It is more expensive, I will tell you that. And they only come in a pack of 100. So if you're not interested in buying 100 pages, then I'd recommend going with Ultra Pro and BCW one, as I think they're only 25 pages. They are more cheaper and there is less quantity. As for photo card wise, these are the inner pages that I like to use. They're a side load, which means they come through the side instead of coming from the top or bottom, whichever way that you like to place your photo cards in your binder. There are the small pro fit, so just about the size of a photo card. There is also these right here that are the fit sleeves. They're still Ultra Pro if I'm correct, and if you can see the size, where is it, 64 by 89, while on the other hand mine is 60 by 87. These are slightly bigger. Most photo cards do fit in them. Only difference is they are not side load. And then these, which are probably the most common card sleeves that you will see in any collector, they are the Ultra Pro. When you search up card sleeves, these are the #1 that shows up because these are the most commonly used ones. Here is the size, no PVC, acid free, which is what you have to look when buying card sleeves. And also keep in mind, some sellers will like to say PVC and then they're going to put acid free. As soon as it says PVC, it means it's PVC. Doesn't matter if they put acid free, it's still PVC. They're just lying to you because they want to sell it thinking that it's acid free, when in reality it's not. So you have to make sure that it says no PVC and acid free. Now, since I like to double sleeve my photo card, the bigger sleeves that I use are actually Dragon Shield Clear Classic. These actually come in multiple different colors. I forgot to mention that Ultra Pro does have multiple colors. They just don't have them for the fit sleeves. They have them for the regular size sleeves. So this is how the box looks. I prefer buying the Clear Classic over the matte because the matte does have like blurry effect on the back of the photo card, and I like seeing both the front and the back of my photo cards, which is why I didn't go with the colored ones in the first place. These are hard sleeves while these are soft sleeves, so you also have to keep that in mind. Okay, so these are the Dragon Shield one and these are the soft sleeves. You can clearly tell that there is a difference in them, one being that the soft sleeve barely appears while this one does appear. There's another difference. That is what I use for my photo cards, and I have been getting a lot of questions of my fillers. So one major thing that I forgot to mention is that you don't actually need to buy or even sleeve your photo cards if you don't want to. It is an option that you choose to do as a collector, because what really matters is that your pocket pages have to be PVC free. So for my fillers, these are the ones that I use. This is the shop that I get them from. It's a UK based, so it does take a while for them to arrive to me, but I usually buy in bulk, so I do have some extra spares. And then for my postcards, I have two different types of sizes. I use these for like bigger photos and I use these for smaller photos. For my tour photo cards, I've recently found these sleeves, which are the Mayday ones. These are 70 by 110. The only thing is that these are 110 millimeters while the mini photo cards fit in the 100 ones. I could not find some that are the exact same size, so what I do with these, I just cut them a little bit at the top and they work perfectly fine for me. Another ones that I use, probably many collectors don't know about these, but these are some sleeves that I use. These are the 5.5 and these are the 4. Says the size right there. The reason why I have these is because the BTS SLA bookmarks do not have a specific, like they're long photo cards. You guys have seen them, you guys know what I'm talking about. So there is not a specific sleeves for them to fit, and I found these on AliExpress. Now I know what a bunch of people are saying, AliExpress not really reliable. It really isn't, but they're actually PVC free. They're just a different type of plastic that it's used. I did do a ton of research before I even decided to proceed and buy these, so I can tell you that they are good sleeves. I will be leaving the link for them. Little quick disclaimer, because it does come from AliExpress, it does take a while to arrive from you. And now we're gonna move on to the supplies that I use for trade and sales, because I did change it since my last package with me video. First, I start off with these thank you cards. So I am going to leave the link for this one below. It is actually a set. You get like 100 to 200 cards. You get some brown envelopes with white envelopes as well. I just used up all of my white ones already. You also get these thank you stickers that you can use to seal the envelopes. I actually do recommend going with this set because one, it is cheaper than buying continuously. I do know that the price is high compared to like buying the small ones, but in the long run it's actually worth it. Here are some more envelopes that I use. So these are probably the ones that you guys have seen when you receive trade journey sales. So these are A6. These are actually colorful just like it's shown, and they auto seal. They are bigger envelopes than the other ones, so they mostly fit for like small postcards and stuff like that. And then these right here are my postcard envelopes. So they're peel and stick. They are really big. They're A9. Sometimes even the postcard is smaller than these envelopes. So what I do is I just fold it a little bit. But a quick little disclaimer with these, if you are folding your envelopes, do make sure that your envelopes stay a rectangular size and they don't become like a square, because if it is a square, the mail will consider it as an irregular size and they'll actually charge you extra post, not to you sometimes, but to the other person receiving it. So they'll actually have to pay extra to receive their mail because you folded it into a square. So do keep in mind that we do not send square looking letters. Another thing is top loaders. So these are some extra ones that I have not opened. These are 3x4 BCW top loaders. They come in a set of 25. I actually can't remember how much it cost, but lately in the community we have introduced shipping shields, which are actually cardboard top loaders. The only thing is these are actually bigger, so they do fit more things than these. For example, the mini tour photo cards don't fit in these. There are some that they fit, but I'm not sure what size they are. You just have to buy these and they'll fit inside. You can also bend this and like tape it there, or you can actually bend it to where you can put it inside here. I usually do that when I have album photo cards that I know, but if I have like a mini tour photo card, I'll tape it here on the outside. Another thing are like these sticky little tabs. Most collectors or traders and sellers will use these to make it easier to pull the card with the entire sleeve out of the top loader. Another thing are notepads. So these are the ones that I use. Obviously you do not have to buy these. You can use regular sticky notes, but I just like to go the extra mile and have little cute designs. Not sure if I will leave the link for these because usually sellers actually delete their listings when they no longer have any more, but I'll see if they're still available or not. But they're just regular notepads. You can write on them, take them out, and yeah. Washi tape. So here's my collection. I usually buy my washi tape from AliExpress, so they come in like little box set. And then here are some stickers. I have actually stopped using stickers. Now I just have these because there is no actual need for freebies. Like if you want to add freebies, go for it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I usually do it sometimes, but it's like rarely now. You also do need some clear tape. What I do with the clear tape is I tape the edges of the envelopes because you never know what can happen, so it's just better to be safe. And that is what I use for my trade. So hello, sorry for the random cut. I thought it'd be a good idea for me to show you guys how I store my albums. So starting off with this little photo grid first. I actually bought this in a set of 2, so I have this one right here and then I have the other one right there, and I just use it to hang up my key rings and like army bomb light sticks and stuff like that. Not the actual light sticks, the key rings. This is how I have my 9 cubic shelf. So I have have these little storage bins to hold up things, and then I have these divided into groups. Moving on to the 5-shelf bookcase, this is how I have it. And for my binders, I actually have recently decided to stand them up. I know so many people are cautious about this because the edges get damaged, but so far I have not seen like any actual edges damaged. They are bent, like as you can see, but when I put this binder inside, it actually straightens it out, so it's not like that, I promise. I just took this one out for the video. And then to hold up my trades, I'm actually not gonna film the bottom because I have a complete mess of extra items just thrown, but I got this off Michael's. I'm also gonna leave the link below. I have all of my trading supplies on here. It's been very helpful, and it saved me so much room on space, so I do recommend that if you guys want to get one. And that is all I have for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment. I will try to reply back to you. Yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing day.